Well, it's the No Show. Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry about that. We are week 3 of March. I mean, we're one more Raw and two more Smackdown till WrestleMania. And I don't know if you're excited, but I'm pretty goddamn excited. So of course we open the show with Brawlamania, being that Triple H and Kofi Kingston are shown brawling out. Triple H was entering the facilities of McKay Stadium, and just Kofi decides he's gonna beat his ass, and he beats his ass. That's definitely for sure. They brawl for a bit, have to be separated, and that's just kind of how we open the show. The real kind of opener, I guess, to the show is the Money in the Bank contestants. They will be in triple threat action for Raw. Randy Orton, Morrison, and Wade Barrett, with Randy Orton. He hypes up the fact that he's a giant douchebag and is a cunt, and he's becoming slowly annoying to book and the save. John Morrison hypes up the chance that, he's had a lot of chances, but, he's always been screwed at every turn. They knew, the Dynasty knew if they didn't screw him, he would win those opportunities, so he's here tonight. And Wade Barrett is kind of the underdog for the Raw side, but he reminds everyone that, he is an established wrestler. He is a very, very talented man, and that he could easily sneak away if people underestimate him. And to open up, we have kind of Perfect Fortunes and Crime Time going at each other, with Perfect Fortunes taking out Crime Time in a decently quick succession. This was always going to be the outcome of that. And another match, we have R-Truth and Bo Dallas have a fun kind of squash match. Just Bo Dallas, driving out to R-Truth, who kind of needed some wins. The next real promo, I don't know why this wasn't... why the fuck was this not... Did I forget to set them? Whatever. I must have forgotten to set them. But basically, R-Truth... not R-Truth. The Shield talk about truth and justice in the American way. More specifically about Alex Riley and the Dragon Aces, talking about how at WrestleMania, they are undefeated in six-man action, and that they are going to prove to the world that they are the ultimate force in this company, the ultimate stable. They've outlasted the Dynasty. They scared the Wyatts away, England's finest, a shadow of its former self. They are the last men standing, and they're going to prove it by beating this ragtag group of criminals at WrestleMania, the kickoff show. Shelton Benjamin has a fun match with Brock Lasagna. He gets F5'd in 1831. During the match, Chris Jericho in the middle of it, Jericho tries to distract Lesnar, and then Brock kind of picks him up and just one hand throws him out the ring, because he's a piece of shit and he's Brock. And we gotta get that Brock booking, back, so he beats Shelton. He has a competitive match. I think that's what I want out of Brock, is that, obviously, he's pretty old now, but at this time, he still had the energy to do it. Have competitive matches with Brock, but still show that he's a monster. But, someone like Shelton, they can use, like it's really easy to fight a monster in WWE, in pro wrestling, so, they shouldn't be super strong, but they should be booked good. Shelton is portraying a baby face, so there's that. I guess that's the thing. And after we cut to commercial break, we come back, and Jericho is going up to Punk, and he's like, he's worse for wear. He's holding his side. Brock, just with one hit, fucked him up. And he's like, look, Punk, I know we don't like each other, don't see eye to eye. Brock is the bigger man in this picture. He is the beast. He is, a huge threat to us. We need to make sure that we get an alliance going to beat Brock. And CM Punk's like, no, and he walks away. So no alliance for you. No alliance for you, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's like sad. After that, I should talk about hyping up Six Man, is that, Triple H talks about Kofi Kingston, who's just a punk. He doesn't realize the Dynasty is strong. Triple H really trying to buy into this facade that the Dynasty is still a thing, even though two of its most important members have left. He talks about, Austin. He talks about, Austin. Sorry. Triple H talks about Kofi Kingston. He's going to beat his ass. Sports Entertainment Security talk about how they're going to bring tag titles to the dynasty in order to regain the glory of that once they finish off all these various members. Once The Miz finishes off Daniel Bryan, Triple H finishes off Kofi, that. And Austin Aries talks about, he is not a part of the dynasty, which kind of pisses all three of them off, but he is aligning with them tonight, and he goes, he will be facing Sami Zayn, who he has decided he will graciously award a United States Championship match at WrestleMania after he screwed him out of multiple opportunities to get to Money in the Bank. And once he beats Sami Zayn, he looks over Triple H, he's like, he's taking the belt from The Miz. So there's some tensions there between the two. Kind of various teams. AJ Lee takes on Jade Page. This is a match that's happened a lot in real life, but this is the first time here. AJ Lee gets the Black Widow and forces Page to tap out. And after that, we have another. The Coven come down. There's more brawling between the women. It's a more organized brawl this time. There's people are standing their ground, fighting that, but the baby faces are outnumbered. It's 3-4. But of course, there is a returning woman, and that's Gail Kim. Gail Kim has been gone. She got pregnant, I believe, at the start of the save, and now she's back, and she just starts tearing house. A women's wrestler, which is very fitting, as we have the Divas versus the Wrestlers, the Coven versus the athletic ones, and there's very few more athletic women than Gail Kim, who just goes apeshit and cleans house. And it appears that Gail Kim has officially joined the babyface team to fight the Coven at the WrestleMania kickoff show. So you have that, and we have another segment. We have a match between Austin Aries and Sports Entertainment Security, Sami Zayn, and what the fuck just happened? Wait, what the shit? What the fuck? Why was he in the match? I swear to God, that's supposed to be Evan Bourne. I'm not even joking. I didn't even know he was on Raw. Fuck it. So in retcon, I guess El Helio de Rey Mysterio took Evan Bourne's spot, and got a thing which Austin Aries. Because I set Evan Bourne to win. This is so weird. The game actually glitched because I set Evan Bourne to win the belts. Or not win the belts. I'm fucking stupid. To win the match. I have no idea what. Back strain from Kane. That's always fun. And El Helio did it, so that's great. So that's fun. The Miz basically, he said he was gonna be on Raw tonight. He has a match, and he fucking beats the shit out of Matt Jackson with the skull crushing finale. And after that, Daniel Bryan comes on the screen. He goes, "I know we're gonna meet later, Daniel." Or he goes, "I know we're gonna meet later, Miz. But you know what? Just because you have a squash match on Raw doesn't mean you're on my level at all. You and Triple H, you just want to change this into just a house of sports entertainment. There's nothing wrong with sports entertainment. That's what, I guess you could just call what WWE is, sports entertainment. But it has wrestling. You're trying to erase wrestling from the world of wrestling entertainment. You're already erased one letter. I'm not going to let you erase another. So I'll see you out there where we can talk more about this, brother." And then in our main event, John Morrison, Randy Orton, and Wade Barrett have a match that Randy Orton wins because he's a giant fucking weenie and he's a fucking gaping asshole that doesn't want to lose a match to fucking any one of these other guys. So that happens. Pretty arcade, pretty simple match. Randy Orton just getting some momentum hanging to Money in the Bank. And we end the show with basically just Daniel Bryan, The Miz and Daniel Bryan just going toe to toe. I can't really do this promo justice. They basically just let everything out, just talking about Daniel Bryan's time in NXT, his time. Brings up his time in the Indies as a bad thing. Well, Daniel Bryan spins it out to be what it really is, a good thing, a learning experience. Daniel Bryan talks about how Miz does put in the effort, to get better. He's not just a reality star, but he let that effort go to waste by turning his back onto wrestling and becoming this thing with the dynasty. The Miz, claims that that's not a bad thing and that he's not taking an easy way. He's just taking the smartest way in. And all this shit just comes to head. They never really go to blows. They just keep basically just kind of work shooting on each other, and there's no real winner. We don't know what's gonna happen, and that's how we really end the show. 95 A star. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Good episode. Kind of a weaker episode of Raw, which I kind of said going into Mania, but I just took a break, from booking for a little bit, so I gotta kind of shake the cobwebs off. But you know what? I'm absolutely fine with that. Yeah, no, in retrospect, it was a good episode, except for this fucking bullshit. That is actually like a bug, because it literally was Evan Bourne. El Helio de on the SmackDown episode, I will confirm if El Helio de Mysterio is actually a SmackDown or like a non-branded superstar. But besides that, I'll see you guys later.